Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. The primary goal of my YouTube channel is to promote home cooking as a way of life. I will refer to other videos along the way. Please click the info icon on the top right corner of the screen to open up the video link panel. I have a friend, he used to put an entire head of broccoli in a steamer, and then he can cut it up and eat it like a steak. When he started to do stir fry, he came and asked me, oh, how big should I cut up the broccoli pieces? In this video, I will give you the answer that I gave him. However, I would like to first discuss with you three concepts of how large a food ingredient should be. These three concepts are optimum cooking size, optimum bite size, and optimum flavor size. The optimum cooking size is where the size the food will be cooked most efficiently. The full size of broccoli pieces shown here, it is quite clear that size number 4 will be cooked much quicker than size number 1. If cooking speed is important, such as in the fried rice, then size number 4 definitely will be the desirable choice. The same concept is the optimum bite size, which best illustrated by how big a person would cut up a piece of steak or pork chop to eat it with a fork. This is the size that is most comfortable to fit in the mouth and to chew. Even though there might be individual differences, the most likely size is probably between size number 2 and number 3. And the third concept is the optimum flavor size, where the food provides the greatest taste sensation. Most people will agree when food are cut into small size, such as size number 4, the taste is less satisfying and intense. When food ingredients are small, they are most likely consumed with other food ingredients, therefore losing their identity. Most people find size number 1 or size number 2 is likely to give them the most intense and satisfying taste of the food ingredient. So prepping broccoli is determined by these three factors, all depending how you want to use the broccoli. I'm going to give you a demonstration how I'm going to prepare this head of broccoli. I'm going to first remove the bunch of the florets before I cut them down to the size I want. Most of the time I cut them to size number 1 unless I know exactly what I want, because I can always cut them to smaller sizes later on. If I'm going to use it as a main ingredient, I will leave it at size number 1. However, if I'm going to use it in a vegetable medley, I will probably cut it down to either size number 2 or 3. If I'm going to use it in a fried rice, I will definitely cut it down to size number 4. I'm also going to cut up the stems, which is actually very flavorful and more nutritious than the floret. I first slice up the stems and then I cut them into strips. If you are not comfortable with the knife, please see my video on knife skills. I then chop them up using a rocking motion. At this size, they are not only tender, but they also cook very quickly. I store them in plastic containers. I store the florets in a tall container and I store the stems in a shallower container. They are the same size, so they stack well in the refrigerator. I can store nearly 40 such containers in my refrigerator without taking up all the space. By preparing them in advance like this, they last for at least 1 week or probably up to about 10 to 12 days. Get some broccoli and give it a try. You will find it make your cooking much easier. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you would like to receive notifications of my future postings. I'll see you next time. Please stay safe.